ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to speak to those who hold misconceptions about Muslims or harbor fears about Islam. I want to address those who feel that Muslims do not belong in their countries and question why they seek opportunities abroad. Let me make something clear. Muslims, like any other group of people, want nothing more than to live in peace, to prosper in their own lands, and to raise their families with dignity. But let me ask you this. Why do you think millions of Muslims are forced to leave their homes, their culture, and their loved ones to seek opportunities in your countries? The answer is simple yet uncomfortable: the interference and exploitation of Muslim lands. If you truly don't want Muslims in your countries, then call upon your governments to stop sponsoring wars, occupations, and terrorism in Muslim nations. Stop funding the destruction of their homes, their economies, and their dreams. Stop supporting regimes and countries like Israel and India that fuel conflict, destabilize entire regions, and oppress innocent people. Let Muslim nations rebuild their societies, revive their economies, and thrive as independent, self-sufficient countries. Instead of destabilizing nations for resources, power, or political gain, give them the chance to rise. Imagine how peaceful the world could be if every nation could live without the fear of war, occupation, or exploitation. And let me be very clear. The majority of Muslims who come to your countries come seeking safety, stability, and opportunities, not because they prefer to leave their homelands, but because their homelands have been ravaged by policies and wars, funded by the very governments of the countries they flee to. Now ask yourself, who is the real cause of this crisis? If your government stopped sowing chaos in Muslim countries, Muslims would gladly stay in their lands, cherish their cultures, and build their futures without ever needing to leave. But remember this, Muslims are resilient. We are strong. For centuries, we have contributed to the world's progress in science, medicine, philosophy, art, and culture. Muslims aren't seeking pity, we're seeking justice. So to those who claim to fear Muslims or want them gone, I urge you to turn that energy into holding your governments accountable. Speak out against the double standards in foreign policy. Demand an end to wars and interventions. Advocate for peace and fairness, not hatred and division. Because let me tell you this, no matter how many borders you close, no matter how much hate you spread, you cannot suppress the human spirit. If Muslim nations are not allowed to thrive, if the cycle of oppression and exploitation continues, Muslims will continue to seek better lives elsewhere. That is the law of survival. But imagine a world where no one is forced to leave their home to escape war, poverty, or oppression. Imagine a world where we all, regardless of religion, culture, or nationality, could live in peace and harmony. That world is possible, not through fear or hate, but through justice, compassion, and mutual respect. To my fellow Muslims watching this, remember that our resilience and unity are our greatest strengths. Do not let hatred define us. Instead, let us rise above and prove through our actions, our character, and our contributions that we are builders of peace and progress. And to those listening with open hearts, I invite you to join us in building a world where peace and justice are the cornerstones of humanity, not division and fear. Let's work together to break the cycle of hate and pave the way for a better, united world. Thank you.